Good morning, YouTube. This is WakMed19, and this is the last episode of Wormhole for this DLC season, or for this DLC map pack outcome. Now, this is Uplink, and there's nothing much new here. With Uplink, which is the remake of Summit, in case you didn't know, there are a few things that you can change that are enjoyable, and one of them is the terrain and only by worming. Now, this is important if you've got specific traffic areas. It's actually only really important on the seaside of the map. Some of the places that you can't set your worm down are the most wonderful places in the world, but there are a couple of them being places that you can worm that are kind of cool and intriguing, and I found them to be a little bit difficult to find, a little bit difficult to use, but you can use them. You can use them to your advantage if you don't have to fall off the cliff. You get work that's just right, and you can actually see over the top here where you want to. Oh, we had it. See over into the spawn. Now, this is cool if you get somebody right here in front of you to look into the middle, then you can watch over their shoulder and make sure nobody's going to come around the side and blast them. Mibs. I can't do anything whenever I'm asked to. You know how often I have to restart these things? Maybe not the first time I've recorded this tonight. So there are some places that you would want to use the shield that you can't, but remember that you don't always have to stand behind the shield. Sometimes standing around the shield is just as cool. On the opposite side, there's not as many places where you want to use the shield, so it's not like it does a whole lot of good for you in most places anyway. Outside of water tower is going to be the best place if you're going to worm with a sniper, and you can cover this outside edge. You can cover top, center, but that's about it. Why would you sit in your own spawn? This is a good sentry gun placement for capture the flag. Maybe it's a good place to sit with your shield, but you have to have somebody coming around and covering your edges. If you are the guy that is dedicated to cover this outside, this is a really cool place to be. But there again, you can use your own natural terrain to find those places. On top of this ledge also watches middle, so that would be the antithesis or the antiposition of the other. This is actually a pretty valid place, but I find that just as valid as this, there's so much cover in such a narrow window that worming is not really needed specifically on this map. There's just not very many places where using your worm is going to be that's what she said, is going to be applicable to what you're doing. It's just not here, man. It's just not here. It's just, this is not the map. There are pretty good places right here in the middle that you can use to cover. It's a seaside. If you're going to use it, you're going to be on the Charlie side of the map, and it's also the higher ground. You're going to find that if you're on the A side, that's usually the side that you get spawn trapped on anyway. This is all worming from seaside, and if you got this side of the domination, or the demolition, then this is probably the way you want to do it. But it's even on seaside, it's not that great or necessary for you to be using the worm for that. So, episode drawing to a close. You can get in the gondola, however, you cannot, absolutely cannot plant your worm in the gondola. There's nowhere for you to do it. You can cover path. Everything's on Charlie's side, man. Everything's on Charlie's side this time. There's nowhere that you can put it in tower. It won't let you put it down. It won't let you put it down in gondola. So I've done the research for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. Oh, look at the save. I get up on it. Nowhere, man. Nowhere. That's all I got for you for this DLC season. I hope you've enjoyed Wormhole, and there should be one more map pack coming out soon. If there's any specific place that you would like to see the worming applied and best tips and tricks to do that, let me know. I will hit it up for you. I will look it up for you, and we will figure out how the best way to do that is. Thanks. Have a great day.